Back in Tucson, Arizona for Icebreaker number 2. My name is Dave Vincent. We have Dave Fink alongside me here for this women's semifinal between Michaela Esser and Amy Tuohey.
I'm excited about this one. First time matchup between these two at Clark Park. Amy making her first start here.
Two of the, what you could arguably say, the strongest in outdoor handball.
Well, we haven't seen much of Amy.
So the second ladies semifinals, we have Michaela Esser serving first from Tucson, Arizona, playing against Amy Tuohey from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Good luck, ladies. Point.
It's a nice start from Michaela, who kind of comes over the top of this, Dave.
1-0.
Well, he hits an overhand spike.
Side out.
It looks like Amy has done her research. She knows
0-1.
Michaela likes that overhand serve to the left, and she took that away from her right away with a left-handed fly
Second
kill
serve.
off the return. Now she goes her own deep serve.
Point.
And 2 kill shots in a row for Amy. There's one with the right hand.
1 serves 1.
John Wayne, what's going on? 14-9.
2-7-1.
That serve was caught in.
Point. Three serves 1. Long ball. Second serve. Side out. 1 serving 3. Long ball. Second serve. We'll replay that. 1 serving 3.
A lot of power there from Amy. Amy's
Side out.
about 48 feet away there and hits that ball
3 serves 1.
about a foot short of the ceiling.
Ooh, that's a great
Point.
serve right there. Look how perfect this is.
4 serves 1.
It just rides off the court after that.
Long ball.
These handball husbands, Dave, Sam, Esser, and Shorty Ruiz in particular,
Second serve.
they don't really watch their wives, but they know exactly the score and exactly what's happening in the match at all times.
Point. Five serves 1.
We've never seen this, Dave, in handball history.
Point.
Couples at the very top of the sport.
Yeah, and we are seeing it with Shorty Ruiz and Ashley Ruiz, and then
serves
Sam
1.
Esser and Michaela Esser.
Right. All 4 of them have been in pro singles finals in the last year. The wives teamed up to win the 3-wall nationals. The husbands teamed up to win the 3-wall nationals doubles.
Point.
They're all ranked in the top 8.
8 serves 1. I'm sorry, 7 serves 1.
Both ladies have a Icebreaker singles title.
Long ball.
The men have 2 Icebreaker doubles titles.
Second serve.
Really unprecedented. And they train at the same place and play each other all the time.
Pin the ball.
And hang out on Friday nights, Saturday nights, weekends. Ashley told me yesterday that Michaela was her best friend.
7 serves 1. Point.
Michaela better not make a habit of that. Spiking the ball at the end of the rally.
You've seen that in the future not being such a good thing. There's the wall.
That's hilarious.
Coming back in, the score is 9 serving 1.
Michaela is the #1 ranked player on the Icebreaker tour. Finished last year as #1.
That was deep. Okay. Sorry, I didn't see.
And she is
Second
on the
serve.
wrong end of a 9-1 deficit here.
Yeah. A lot of power and he's very good.
Side out. 1 serves 9. Point. 2 serves 9. Side out. 9 serves 2. Point.
A lot of power there from Amy, Dave. Overhand spike right at Michaela's feet.
10 serves 2.
10-2.
That's a long ball.
Dave, I don't think you saw this coming. Or maybe you did.
Second serve.
I didn't really think about it. I just figured it would be close.
11 serves 2.
But that's what Amy can do. She can just attack you.
Point.
Michaela, Dave, kind of like Brian Medina, you don't see any emotion from her. She doesn't say anything. She does not change her expression.
Sorry, ladies, 1 second.
You wouldn't know if she just won an icebreaker or is down 12-2.
Point. 13 serves 2. Possible game point serves 2.
To me, you really see Amy making a conscious effort to keep Michaela in the back court, and the first one goes to Amy Tuohey, 15-2. What did you see there? Was it what I saw of Amy just keeping Michaela on the deep line and just playing aggressive, overhand spikes, hitting the ball hard? I know there's much more involved, but
Well, I think Amy got a good serve going there. Got some free points off her serve, and she made a lot of good kill shots and pass shots. Michaela not really able to set her feet. Michaela likes to kind of control the action
Amy serving first.
with those
Second.
overhand drives.
Short ball. Second serve. Point. 1 serve 0.
Amy's bringing a lot of intensity to court number 3 here, like she always does.
Sam, score.
You've got to match that intensity or
2
you
serve
are
0.
going home.
We're gonna replay that. Replay that. Two serving 0. Long ball. Second serve.
I haven't gone there.
Side out. 0 serves 2. Point. 1 serves 2.
Not once have you even tried that shot full match.
Now some air is starting to creep into Amy's
2
game.
serves 2. Side out.
Looks like Michaela's trying to isolate the left side, but Amy's strong with her
2
left.
serves 2. Side out.
Amy did not want to miss that shot.
She could have hit that 4 feet high, and it still would have bounced 3 times in front of Michaela. She was so
2
far back
serving
there.
2. Side out.
No harm, no foul. Amy back into the box.
2 serves 2. Point. Three serves 2.
Michaela's husband struggling on the next court. We'll see if it'll be an Esser turnaround. Or an Esser exit.
Raining and no. Yeah.
Hopefully we get some music here.
Every time it rains, the music starts. And it's raining again. All the rains. Continuing to fall in Tucson, Arizona. Gotta love the monsoons.
I'd help you, but someone's got to man this booth. Can't leave this booth unattended.
Resuming
And then
play.
the heavens
Game
opened
2.
up.
Scores 2 serves 3.
Now we're back in though, 2-3. Score, Michaela Esser serving, game number 2.
Cut out. Three serves 2. Cut out.
Not sure if these ladies are trying to hit the side wall with these serves, but
2 serves 3.
really take the effectiveness out of it when you clip the side walls. That one takes a very high bounce.
Point.
Oh, inside the line.
3 serves 3.
See how these deep overhand serves from Michaela can help her, if any, turn around.
Second serve.
It seems that Amy played game number 1 like Michaela plays every game she plays.
Point.
Overhand drives, keeping on the pressure.
4 serves 3.
That's a pretty darn good return right there. Left hand power back down the line, gets Michaela out of the box.
3 serves 4.
I just texted Michaela yesterday, in fact, and asked her if she wanted to start sparring together.
Cut out.
We're talking about practice again.
And she said, not 3-wall, I'm
4 serves
I'm
3.
thinking about wanting to go back indoors.
Point.
So I take that wasn't a yes or a no.
No, that's a no.
5
It's a
serves
no
3.
because she didn't.
Take it for what it is. It's a polite way of saying no.
Okay. I don't blame her.
Now, the impolite way of saying no is just not responding, which is your
Point.
approach.
It makes sense. I mean, eventually the person gets the hint that it's a no, right?
Right.
And but you know that they're thinking about you a lot during that time,
Uh-huh.
so that makes you feel good.
Yeah.
Second serve.
What about a disclaimer? Like, you know, I appreciate it, but I'm really not interested in friends. And it's nothing against you.
Point.
I mean, what's the best of all these options in terms of saying no?
7 serves
I don't want to
3.
play 3-wall. I mean, it's not bad.
Short.
I thought that was the
Second
most
serve.
tactful way you can say it.
Uh-huh.
Cut out. Three serve 7. Point.
So I'll scratch that one off the list, and then we'll go
4
to
serve 7.
Richie Estrella next.
7 serves 4.
I don't think I'm quite at Carlos Espinosa level yet. On my comeback.
What number comeback are you on exactly?
0.
Cut out.
0. I'm looking for. Oh, how many comebacks have I
Yes,
had?
I know how many wins you've had. I'm talking about how many
4
comebacks
serve
you've had.
7.
Three per year.
Yeah.
Been playing since I was about.
Cut out. 7 serves 4.
72.
Yeah.
It's my 72nd comeback.
Cut out. No, point. 8 serves 4.
That's a great serve.
I like it.
Point.
And now Michaela is climbed back into this match,
Nice
losing
four.
the first game 15-2.
But how many times have we seen her do that, where she comes back in game 2 with a whole different game plan?
I don't know, how many game plans can you have in this sport? I mean,
Well, we've seen her change her game up a lot in game number 2 after losing the first one.
I think she's getting more balls back.
I think you said it at the end of the first game that Amy controlled the rallies and
out.
Michaela wasn't in control of anything, really. Here she's in control of almost every rally.
4 serves 9.
No, I think it's more the execution.
Yeah, that's true. Execution leads to being able to put yourself in the position to control the rally.
Tough ball to handle. A lot of power. Ball bounces up over your head.
9 serves 4.
I don't know, Dave, that we've ever seen a good 4-waller not be able to transition to 3-wall. I think they all do.
True.
4-wall is the kind of the pinnacle. If you can play 4-wall, you can play every form of handball.
Resuming play. Score is 4 serves 9. Point. Five serves 9. Point. Six serves 9.
Who's on 4? Ashley. Who's on 4?
Point. 7 serves 9.
3 quick points here for Amy. Make that 4. That's the best serve of the tournament. Overhand crack
8 serves 9.
ace. Deep to the right. She goes for it again, this time about 10 feet long. It's amazing how small that hitting area feels on your second serve. The court feels so small all of a sudden.
Shut out. Nine serves 8. Point.
Amy hits a nice return there, Dave. Almost gave that serve right back to Michaela. High and deep.
10 serves 8.
Kayla kind of had a lucky bounce there, too.
Point.
Now 11 to 8 here in game number 2. Michaela loses the first one.
11 serves 8.
Amy just kind of holding on by a thread here in game number 2. Wow. Not sure what Michaela was going to try to do there. Maybe go to the roof? She hit the ball a little too hard, went off the court. Clark Park in Tucson, Arizona, home of the Icebreaker series. We've held a few of these since September of 2019, I believe.
March of 2020.
Okay.
This is the 18th Icebreaker.
Holy moly.
So yes, a few.
If you would have asked me, I would have said 7.
8 serves 11.
I was here for every one of them. It feels like it was only 7.
Shut out. 11 serves 8. Point.
That was a good serve there. Clips the wall deep.
12
Fooled
serves
Amy.
8.
Michaela's got a ton of power. That's the power I'm talking about. Off balance. Throws her whole body into it. Look at these shots, Dave. Very deep.
Hold it, hold it, hold it.
Unfortunate end there. I liked the way that rally was going. I don't believe that Michaela needed to hit that last ball deep. She had Amy way far on the far right and then hit it to the left. I think eventually you have to say to yourself, oh, well, I've got you know, my opponent 50 feet back, I might as well go for something soft up front. Either that or you just keep playing that deep game.
It's your 12. Long.
So easy to hit the ball off the court here when you're serving.
Point.
Another great serve there.
Nine serves 12. Point.
And Amy now within reach of winning this match and making the final. 5
serves
points.
12.
3 great
Point.
serves in a row.
Time out. First time out.
Smart timeout here, I think. As we see Amy Tuohey score another point against Michaela Esser. Amy wins the first one fairly easy, and now she's just a few points away from taking it and going into the women's final. As you're watching the WPH Icebreaker number 2 in Tucson, Arizona, we're at Clark Park on what's been a pretty rainy weekend, but somehow we've got all the matches on and we're on time.
Point.
How do you like that little quick first strike?
12-12.
Altogether at 12 now.
The timeout did not stop this momentum. Somehow Michaela is able to put that ball in a pretty good spot on the return. These are kind of all do or die shots now for Michaela. Amy gets the 13 here, and gotta think Michaela's in big trouble.
Oh,
And that was a rally where Amy was completely in control, right up until that last shot.
12 serves 12.
these serves.
Long.
Michaela makes it known that she's going to be serving to that deep line.
Take a serve. Point.
Michaela lets that one
13 serves
drop.
12.
Perfect shot under pressure. Now 2 points from forcing a tiebreaker. You see that flick of the wrist at the last
Point.
second. She goes inside out and pronates to her
3 points
right.
for 12.
Catches Amy off guard. And now she's got game point.
Well, that's really deceptive. And there it is. Takes it and forces a tiebreaker.
Well, that overhand serve, Dave, is all dictated by what you do with your hand at the very last instant. If you pronate that hand out, swing to your right, create that great spin, you can also come around the outside of the ball and slice it and hit it to the left. Amy was fooled there on those last 2 serves. Now Michaela is in the tiebreaker.
Here we go. Starting game 3, score 0 serve
3
0.
points from being knocked out of this tournament, and now here we are, 15 points. Winner goes to the final.
That out.
Kind of stiff right there for Tuohey.
0 serve
Seeing
0.
the body language is much improved from Michaela here. She's very much in this match now.
Point.
Those are frustrating because Amy hits that one with a lot of power, but just lifts it a little bit too much, and it's into the fence.
1 serve 0.
There's that serve you're talking about. It's very deceptive, too. You don't know if she's going to serve it to the right or left until it leaves her hand.
Right.
And most
Point.
players, you can tell even when they bounce the ball which way they're going to go with it. But it's a last-second decision, and the thing is, you can't run in on it because it's hitting the ground right at the wall.
2 serve 0.
When we saw Michaela upset at the time, Danielle, I said it was the biggest upset in the history of pro handball. An unranked player taking down a world champion. We realized since then, David, it wasn't that big of an upset. But that's how she beat Danielle, with that overhand serve. Particularly to the right, to Danielle's weaker side. Great return.
I think what fools you with Michaela is that she's unorthodox. So she hasn't played handball her whole life. She was a volleyball player. And so a lot of these shots looks like she's stiff arming or, you know, off balance, but she's learned how to control herself with those shots. Kind of like the way Shauna Hilly played, if you recall, where it was just sort of scrappy and just wasn't the fluent, you know, sidearm swing. It's just able to make shots happen. Shauna Hilly, who won that collegiate championship at ASU back in the old days from Ireland.
How long ago does it have to be considered old days? Is there a span of years, or is it just...
I was going back to like 2009, 10.
Okay.
Point.
Is 2015 the old days?
No.
Three
no,
serves
no,
two.
no.
So it seems like at least 10 years. Or maybe old days is pre-race for 8.
Nah, I was just going with early WPH.
Tough to make shots from 20 feet behind the back line. And that's what Michaela's trying to do, is force you to hit from
4 serves 2.
back there where the referee's standing.
4 serves 2. Point. Heads up.
Anytime you start hitting off your back foot with your weight going backwards, it's going to create a lot more hand airs. And that's what's happening to Amy now.
5 serves 2.
And a lot of times you don't even realize you're doing it. You see the difference there as she steps into that shot. The clean contact.
Point.
Michaela in charge here.
6 serves 2. Long. Second serve.
That's way off the court.
You really cannot allow yourself to get pushed back 20 feet from the back line.
Seven serves 2. Point.
Unbelievable. This is 2 different Michaela Essers. The one that showed up in game number 1, who was just dominated by Amy Tuohey, and then
8 serves
the one
2.
that made the adjustment is just making all the right shots. Look at all these deep balls. They're deep passes, and they are very difficult to get back. You can't, I mean, Amy can't even get her hand on those last few shots. I think 3 shots in a row she never even touched. Taking a good look here at Michaela Esser. 5'10", but she feels like you're standing next to a 6-footer. I mean, she's big. Favorite athlete, Dave, don't look. Carrie Walsh.
If only you knew her partner during all those Olympic gold medal wins.
Didn't we see her at Los Cab when we were doing U.S. Open
9 serves 2.
a couple times?
I think we saw Maria Sharapova.
No. Carrie Walsh's doubles partner.
Point.
Misty May.
We saw her, didn't we?
10 serves 2.
I thought we did. I like to call her Misty Trainer, but you can call her or
Out.
Misty May if you want.
2 serves 10. Long. Second serve. Three serves 10.
We're going to 15. This is the tiebreaker of the women's semifinals. Winner goes to the finals.
Right out.
And it's really pretty much been all Michaela Esser after the first game loss. She's up 10-3 here in the third set.
10 serves 3. Good.
It's a bad sign when you let this ball go thinking it's going to be out.
I don't think there was anything she could have done with that. Maybe she could get her hand on
11
that
serves
one.
3.
It's going to be very tough to return.
Look how far Amy's up. That's on the serve,
Point.
Dave.
Well, I think Amy's mistake there is not stepping in and taking that right off the bounce.
12 serves 3.
As awkward as that shot is, it's better than running backwards. I
Point.
think Michaela does that intentionally, clips that side wall to keep you guessing. Because you're
13 serves
running
3.
to the right thinking the ball is going out the door.
Seeing that she does a quick serve down the right, a little punch. So yeah, maybe she is thinking about these things. Nice.
Not out. Three serves 13. Point.
That's why you build that 13-3 lead. You have a cushion for a few errors.
Second timeout.
We have another timeout here at Clark Park. Women's semifinals in what has been a wet and then sunny and then wet
Resuming play. The score is 4 serves 13.
weekend of handball, but doesn't seem to really be affecting the brackets much. Another
Point.
quick point here from Amy. Now she's pushed Michaela off the court on a serve.
Five serves 13. Not out.
That's a terrible mistake.
Amy looked like she was on her way to climbing back
13
into
serves
this
5.
game, but not with that kind of air.
Nice.
How does she get
Point.
that?
I don't know how she got it, but then she puts it, doesn't overhit that next shot. A
Match
lot of
point
players would
serves
pull
5.
that.
What a great shot.
She was able to take something off of it the last second. This is match point. There it is. She does it. Michaela Esser takes down Amy Tuohey in 3. As we take a quick look at the WPH Icebreaker number 2 scoreboard here. Get that official score of game number 1, 15-2. And then it was 12-15 as a loss for Amy Tuohey in game number 2 after winning the first one, but then finds herself down and out 5-15 in game number 3. So Michaela Esser advances and will play either Tracy Davis or Ashley Moeller in the final. Dave, let's wrap it up really quick. We'll have another good match coming up here in just a bit.
They scored the exact same number of points, 32-32, but it was Michaela who was able to take the match and advance to her final, seeking her second Icebreaker title here.